Vagbhada in Ashtanga Hridaya says, if you know how to handle your digestive system, you know the entire Ayurvedic, health management. If you know how to manage your Agni, the fire within you, the digestion and metabolism, if you know about what it is and how you can balance and manage that system, you know the entire Ayurvedic healthcare management. By saying that, what he meant was, digestive system is the most important or the master system. The health of that system is your overall health. Any imbalance, any deviation from the normal function of your digestive system can lead to different health problems. It can be physical, mental, emotional, in all levels. All levels. Since digestive route is one of the key routes in enhancing health as well as disease process, that's the first check dam. What is the first security screening? So if you are allowing only the right people to enter, and if you are able to understand the right people and to make them capable and enter, then they will take care of the entire, it's like last year, all the doors were closed this morning when we came. Security. The same way there are a lot of security system within. If you can manage that, you are taking care of the entire system. So it is the first system in our development and sustenance of life. Is the first system, because that is the first entry to our internal, the body. The inputs, what are the main inputs in our life? The main inputs in our life. Ahara. What is ahara? Your food, water, air and perceptions. All these four together are called ahara. That Sanskrit term aharanam. Aharanam means taking in. Ahara is not only food. The general ahara term is food, but the real meaning of ahara is what you take in is ahara. Food, water, air and perceptions. Out of this, first two, the most important two, are through the gut route, are through the digestive route. Am I right? Food and water. It is entering into your system through the digestive route. So maintenance of that digestive system is very important. Digestive system disorder. There are many disorders. I have only listed few to give you, how it is classified, or how we can, Ayurvedically we can put it in different specific areas. When you know how to put it in specific areas, then the approach is same. You may use the same herb for everything, because the energy behind that imbalance is same. If there is a kapha disorder, like a lack of appetite or indigestion or ama, or an vomiting due to kapha or ama, the same dried ginger water will help. The dried ginger tea will help, even though we name four. The same way, if you know the route or the main dosha involved, the main energy involved in creating this problem, it will be very easy for you to map it and manage it. Okay? So that is why I put in different column. There are many other digestive system disorders. I put only few which are common and general. Okay? So, Vata, Pitta and Kapha. Mainly three, individual dosha, mainly. Even in this also you can see a Pitta vomiting or a Vata vomiting also. But predominantly, for every disorder, there will be one master dosha involved with it. Please understand this. It is not good that we are putting in separate baskets. You cannot. Because all the disorders, it may trigger with one particular dosha or start with a particular dosha, but on the way, that dosha will attach the other doshas also in different point of time. Because when kapha causes heaviness, sluggishness and blockage, the other dosha which is getting disturbed is the vata, because vata is the principle of movement. Somebody is blocking the door, unable to move. When vata is not able to do its job of movement, then vata will get angry. Am I right? So any kapha disorder, initially it is kapha, sluggishness, blockage. Later on, kapha also pull vata into it. And kapha and vata start fighting. Pitta will not stay alone. Start inflammation. That is the next thing. First is, for example, take the story of a cold, a common cold. Or let us talk about only digestive system today. You talk about you are eating a heavy meal. A heavy meal means your digestion was on that day, it was not that great. You had a heavy meal. What happens? Since your digestive system is not strong enough on that day, but you had heavy meal, so your system, the quantity of the food or the quality of the food was not easy for your digestive system to handle. So what will happen? It is heavy and your Agni or the fire is low. That causes the sluggishness. When sluggishness happens, the food cannot transform. Food cannot digest and get absorbed. That causes heaviness and blockage. Initially you feel that it is heavy and dull after eating the meal. Later on you feel it's crampy, it's painful. What is that cramp? Cramp is nothing but the kapha caused heaviness and blockage, which didn't allow the normal movement of vata. There is a normal peristaltic movement from the mouth till the anal orifice. There is a rhythmic movement, and that movement is controlled by vata. Since the digestion is not happening, if it is the food is staying heavy there, then the movement will get affected. There will be elevation or vitiation of vata that causes either spasm. That spasm of the intestine in various areas, sometimes it will be colonic spasm, sometimes it will be duodenal spasm or gastric spasms. That causes pain. Then what happens? There are two responses. One's body is very, very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. You know, before starting the regular classes, we do a 4 minutes of pranayama. Just watch your breath for 1 minute and do a 20 to 30 minutes fast breathing or, forceful inhalation and exhalation. By doing that 20 seconds, your breathing rate will go down. Why? Through that, you pump a lot of oxygen to your system. System says, enough now. So within the 20 seconds, your entire, dynamism of the body changes. So body is very intelligent. When the body is not able to digest the heavy food, initially body will wait. Vata will get, triggered. Cramp starts. Next, either body will try to expel through the upwards orifice or through the downwards. If it is upwards, it is vomiting. If it is downwards, it is diarrhea. Okay? In some cases, it may not happen immediately. It will stay there. The kapha blockage and vata disturbance, if it is going, without taking out upward or downward, what will happen is, next tendency of the body is somehow to burn it. It's like a boil forms. There will be inflammatory changes within. That is called, either gastritis, duodenitis, gastroenteritis, colitis. Itis means inflammation. In some there will be pus formation, some there will be only a kind of a internal fever with redness and swelling. All these are a pitta trigger. A burning, a pus formation, a fever, it's a pitta trigger. So then that leads to various other complications. So what I want to establish with this, description is, it is not, we cannot compartmentalize one disease or one condition is totally with one dosha. every problem goes through a cycle of changes. If it is starting with the kapha, it will go through vata and then pitta, or any form of cyclic changes. So the same disorder will go through cyclic changes. Like an acne, like a piles, like the same digestive issue, all disorders go through cyclic changes into various doshas. But there will be a master dosha which is triggering that problem. That is what I put in different kitties. Okay? And in the center you can see, it's a common area, all the three together plays. You know, Crohn's, IBS, ulcerative colitis, leaky gut syndrome, there are many disorders in that, including cancers, and all those come under this central portion where multiple doshas are involved. When there is involvement of multiple dosha, then it is not that easy to correct. An indigestion, a lack of appetite, little bit dried ginger boiled with water and waiting for half an hour or 1 hour will solve the issue. That is the simplest problem. Oh, I am not feeling like hungry. If you are not feeling like hungry, wait. Either have a glass of warm water or have a ginger tea. Wait for 1 hour. You will automatically feel hungry. You will eat, you can digest. That is the simplest form of a digestive disorder. Okay? Whereas these things you cannot, because when it reaches to this particular conditions like an IBS or a Crohn's or an ulcerative colitis, it has traveled a long way. It is not that one day ulcerative colitis started, formed and aggravated. It will take months and years. In many people, the initial trigger and the changes will happen, and when some symptoms start, they will try to retune their life, little bit better food, better routine. It may stay dormant. And after a few years, when the trigger, emotional trigger, mental trigger, environmental trigger, food trigger, any trigger, it comes out. In many of the cases, all the central areas, it is not 1 day, 1 week or 1 month. There will be a history of at least years, 1 year or more. That is general, practical, input. And if it is a chronic issue, we know that, I was telling yesterday, if you are traveling away from home one day, you are driving and driving, you will take so much time to reach back home. So it totally depends. The duration of your travel, how much you need to drive, depends upon how much you already traveled with. If you drove a long distance one day, you will take the same duration to come back. If you drove only 5 miles, easy to come back because you only drove a little bit. The same way, any disease or disorder, if it is staying inside your system for years, your system will get tuned to that pathological change. Then reversal will take the same way, a long period. So when you have somebody where you want to help them, if you know that they are having a chronic problem, please don't commit to them. Okay, I know Ayurveda within a week. Please be realistic. Be realistic. These are practical things what I faced with my fellow practitioners and my students and all. That's why I'm not I'm trying to judge your attitude and all. I'm just giving my experience. So it will take time. When you know that it will take time, it's a chronic issue. One, you should be prepared to help them for a long term, and also you should put the right prescription to the person also. These are the conditions. You have been having this problem. We are trying to retune the system. Balancing the system is our approach. Because the healing system is within you. The immune system is within you. You are the healer. I am not a healer. I am a guide. I am a support. And I want to help you. I will help you. No problem. But you are the healer. I need your support to help you. Please make it very, very clear.